This week, Biblical Shakers will be reading about the dedication of Solomon's temple, services of praise to God, prayers of Solomon and God, and the inventory of all Solomon's riches as we continue reading in 2 Chronicles chapters 5 through 9. There will be a posted devotion for each chapter read. My blog at biblicalshakers.blogspot.com includes a very special history about how the blog began. Why don't you check it out? There is such emphasis on the temple in the Old Testament. Jane shares in her devotion on Monday for chapter 5 all the reasons for the importance of this beautiful structure. The temple took 7 years to build and was dedicated during the Feast of the Tabernacles. The Ark of the Covenant finally found its home in the inner sanctuary of the temple, the most holy place. The first service at the temple began with honoring God and acknowledging His presence and goodness. As you will read in the 6th chapter, the people received Solomon's blessings when he knelt before God, which demonstrated great love and respect. His action showed that he acknowledged God as the ultimate king and authority, and it encouraged the people to do the same. Solomon led the people in prayer concerning situations such as crime, enemy attacks, drought, famine, foreigners, wars, and sin. He underscored the fact that God stands ready to hear His people, to forgive their sins, and to restore their relationship with Him. He remains ready to hear our prayers today. The Lord appears to Solomon in chapter 7, but this was months, maybe years later. God told Solomon that He had heard his prayer, and He answered with 4 conditions that concerned forgiveness. Number 1, humility by admitting your sins. 2, asking God for forgiveness. 3, seeking Him continually. And 4, turning from sinful behavior. It was simple and plain. If Solomon and his descendants followed God, they would prosper. If they did not, the nation would be destroyed. It is disappointing that Solomon married a foreign woman, Pharaoh's daughter, who could not really be identified with the Lord's throne. He was more concerned with politics than reverence to his God. Oh, Solomon continued to be faithful in his public worship despite these inconsistencies in his life, and he continued to increase the wealth of the nation, as you will read in the 8th chapter. But the people, they were not growing in the things of the Lord. Guard carefully every area of your life, especially your relationships. The Queen of Sheba arrives in chapter 9 and marvels at Solomon, claiming that God must love His people greatly to give them such a king. However, Solomon did not live according to God's conditions, and his world soon came crashing down. Solomon's death ends the reading this week. But if you want to read more about his life, you can read 1 Kings chapters 10 and 11, where he led the nation into worshiping idols. Next week, another 5 chapters in the book of 2 Chronicles. We will be reading about the kingdom of Judah. Please won't you check in, because Biblical Shakers makes reading the Bible way more enjoyable for you, and I pray the Lord will put a hunger on your heart.